morning. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kirsten Daniel Dalavin, and my nickname is Kisses. I am from Masbate City, and the story that I want to tell you is that I am a miracle baby. My mother and father had 8 pregnancies, and I was the only one who survived. And when I was 6 years old, I suffered from a viral encephalitis with only 5% chance of living, and I survived. I think that the universe has been very kind to me, and I think that it's my job to give back that kindness. Thank you.
Your first question is, some people say that pageants foster stereotypes. What would you tell them?
Mr. Voltaire, I think that belief is in itself a stereotype. There is no good thing or bad thing, it's how you think about it. And actually, joining a beauty pageant and being your truest self, that is the best way to break that stereotype. It's all in the mind. It's about expressing yourself and being truly who you are. Thank you.
According to Shakespeare, the eyes are the windows to the soul. What would people see if they looked into your eyes?
Mr. Voltaire, I absolutely love that quote, and I think that the eyes are the first thing I see when I look at someone. And in my eyes, people can see that I am ready for this. I think of the Miss Universe job as something that I was born to do, and that I will be putting my whole heart into it. Thank you so much.
Lastly, how has the pandemic challenged you?
Mr. Voltaire, I think that being away from my work, which is in showbiz, I get to be with people every day in show business and make them smile. So 1.5 years of not being able to do that has been very sad, but I was able to recalibrate and remember who I was with, who I inspired before I even came to showbiz. And I think it's very important to really recenter.
Next up, we have Victoria Velasquez Vincent from Cavite.
Hi, I'm Victoria Velasquez Vincent, representing my beloved Cavite. I am an architect and a heritage conservationist, and aside from being a lover of all things visually creative, I'm also a lover of poetry and anything underrated. So whether it be the food that people typically don't like or the places less traveled, you will always find me going against the grain. I am a Virgo, and the epitome of a Virgo at that, which means I'm obsessed with being organized and solving problems and nurturing the growth of those around me. Fun fact, you will never find anyone with a better memory than me. Whether it's your birthday, your phone number, or what I had for Christmas lunch in 2012, you best believe I will never forget it.
Victoria, would you rather be an Olympic gold medalist or Miss Universe?
That's a hard question because either way you are bringing so much pride to your country. But for me, I would have to say I would rather be Miss Universe because the prestige that lasts with Miss Universe is so much stronger than what lasts with an Olympic athlete, in my opinion. And with Miss Universe, you only have to do it once and you bring so much pride to your country. Whereas with being an Olympic medalist, you have to keep improving. Every year you have to do better and better. So for me, yeah, I think I'd go with Miss Universe, but also because I'm not really that sporty.
Now, global warming has caused dramatic climate changes worldwide. As a beauty queen, how will you help in protecting our environment?
It starts with the changes that you make in your own personal life and then extending that and using the platform that we have in Miss Universe Philippines to encourage other people to do the same thing. So for example, for me, I have actually converted to being 90% vegan because I know that animal agriculture contributes to so much of the issues that climate change causes. And so even that minor change, I know I'm contributing to such a large issue, and I know that I can use my platform to encourage other people to do the same.
How has the pandemic challenged you?
Above all else, the pandemic has challenged me in a way that has made me both stronger and more independent. I spent the first year of the pandemic in New Zealand and had the privilege of having that safety and security, but I still chose to sacrifice all of those things and relocate to the Philippines in January. And if there's anything that journey's taught me, it's that you might need to make some sacrifices along the way, and you might need to give up on so many things and let go of so many things in your life, but you should never let anything, not even a worldwide pandemic, get in the way of your dreams.
Thank you so much, Victoria. Now we have Steffi Rosa Barasturi from Cebu Province.
Hi, maayong adlaw. I'm Steffi Rose Pearson Abirastri, proudly representing Cebu Province. So things that you should know about me is that I'm an island girl. So I really enjoy swimming with the fishes. I even saw a pregnant seahorse, and at the same time, I swam together with treasure sharks. Can you imagine that? Aside from that, I love visiting the farm, and I even vaccinated thousands of chicks. And lastly, I'm a Sinulog dancer and a woman of God. So that's it about me. Thank you so much.
So, Steffi, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your beauty and why?
For me, I rate my beauty of course, 10. I'm really blessed at what God has given me and also my parents because of that. For me, beauty is about being comfortable with your own skin, like knowing and accepting who you are. For me, that's really beautiful. And beauty is skin deep. It's not just about the physique, but it's what's really in here. For me, that's beautiful. That's why I rate myself 10. Thank you.
Do you think there should be stricter censorship on social media because of widespread misinformation, defamation, and cyberbullying?
For me, I totally agree with that. With now me as a social media person, as a queen plus Tindera, I've always been into social media. And it's really important for me to filter what I post and what I share. And now people are taking advantage of the disadvantages of social media. Like, we have to remind ourselves and put a borderline for us not to hurt other people. And remind that to make use of the social media the way it is designed.
How has the pandemic challenged you?
Okay. This pandemic, I've encountered so many problems, but I rose up and stand with this challenge. With this pandemic, I learned so many things, like the value of communication. Before, I never really asked someone, how are you doing? But with this pandemic, people mean so much to me. That's why with this pandemic, communication, life, and time itself is so important for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Steffi.
Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, I am Laren May Magnaya Bautista. You can call me Laren. I'm 28 years old and I'm representing the province of Laguna. You might find my name unique because I find it different also. It is a combination of my parents' name, Les from my mother, Leticia, and Ren is from my father, Efren. I feel like I am the only Laren in the universe. Speaking of my parents, they are both full-blooded Filipinos, and I was born and raised here in Los Baños, Laguna with a very traditional Filipino household. Growing up, I was given a chance to enjoy playing outdoors, but not in your typical backyard setup. Naglalaro at tumutuloy ako sa tabing riles, sumasakay ako sa trolley, tumatakbo ako sa...
Given the power to change a personal experience, what would you change and why?
Given the power to change something, I believe I would not change anything. Because with all the experience that I've learned all throughout my life, I gained something from it. I realize and realize and do something about it. And I feel like I don't need to change anything because I learned a lot from it and it makes me who I am today.
The pandemic has brought about widespread unemployment. Should a family with children with very limited resources spend it on food or on education?
I personally feel like we don't need to choose between the two because food and education are both important in our daily lives. So I feel like having that enough food for ourselves, it gives us enough energy to really study for our education in our future.
Lastly, how has the pandemic challenged you?
You know what? I am a COVID survivor and it really changed my perspective in life. My mom also got COVID and it's really hard because she's already a senior and I feel like I cannot live with my mother. So this pandemic really made me realize how life is important and how family is important to everybody. And we should take care and do not take advantage of the time that we have with our families.
Thank you, Laren. Next, we have Cristela Bello from Aklan. Hi, Cristel.
Hi, Sir Voltaire. Hello, everyone. Hi, my name is Cristel Abello. I'm 27 years old and I am a communications graduate and currently a full-time model. Three things I want you to know about me is that I am a risk taker. I love to have fun. And an interesting fact about me is that I actually had my very own Pia Wurtzbach moment when I joined my very first pageant. I was accidentally announced as the runner-up when I had actually won that night. And coincidentally, it's also my third time joining a national pageant, kaya baka sign din siya na mag-align din yung stars for me this time around. Just like Pia's.
Your first question is, if you could be anywhere in the world right now, where would it be and why?
For me, that's a simple question. I would honestly choose Japan. My parents currently are living in Yokosuka, Japan, and there is nothing more special to me than valuing the time with my loved ones. And ever since I made my move here to the Philippines, it's really hard being alone, and I struggle with not being able to see them as much as I did before. So I would really cherish that time with my family and my loved ones in Japan.
With social media, anyone can be a social media celebrity by having a lot of followers. Do you think that celebrity is confused for achievement?
No, I don't think that celebrities are confused with their achievements or for their achievements. I think celebrities have definitely made their mark because of the work that they've done and the work that they've put in. I think that given their platform and their power, they do have a responsibility to be a role model to the youth and to everyone around them. And I believe that celebrities, for the most part, do a good job in maximizing their platform.
How has the pandemic challenged you?
The pandemic has definitely challenged me in all the ways possible. First of all, I am alone here in the Philippines, which makes it really difficult for me to just be away from my loved ones. And also, I came here to the Philippines. I left my secured job in California. So right now I am not making, any income at the moment. But to be honest, I am just trying to make the most of my time, and I'm happy to be on this journey. Kahit mahirap siya.
Thank you, Cristel.
Thank you, Sir Voltaire.